Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. Right, so in the news there was a story which said that there was an inquiry going on into the carers allowance situation at the DWP, and apparently during this review, somebody who had been working within the DWP trying to tell the DWP that something was wrong was apparently told that he was not allowed to give evidence. So let's take a look at the article and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here we go. DWP blocked whistleblower giving evidence to carers allowance review. So here it says Department of Work and Pensions has been accused of blocking a whistleblower who reportedly raised the alarm about carers allowance from giving evidence to an independent review of the scandal hit benefit. He was told by senior officials it was inappropriate to share with the review their knowledge of the inner workings of a system that has become notorious for its cruel treatment of unpaid carers. Approached by The Guardian last month with evidence that officials had rejected requests from individual staff members to make submissions to the review, the DWP said there was no blanket ban and it wanted everyone to contribute. However, when the whistleblower, Enrico La Rocca, subsequently reapplied for permission, he was told by the DWP's personnel department that it would not be appropriate for him to give evidence. Ministers announced the review in October, after The Guardian launched an investigation that revealed DWP officials and Conservative ministers had allowed flaws in the system to continue for years, despite promises to fix it. Last figures show more than 134,000 unpaid carers are repaying overpayment of more than 251 million after falling foul of cliff edge rules on earning limits. A carer working part-time who earned £1 more than the £151 threshold for 52 weeks would not pay back £52, but £4,258, 52 times the entire weekly allowance. The review will look in part at why the DWP failed to investigate alerts identifying carers who had inadvertently breached earnings rules, instead allowing them to unknowingly accrue overpayments that often ran into thousands of pounds. DWP has now confirmed staff, including La Rocca, will be encouraged to submit evidence. DWP spokesman said, "We have always been clear that staff members can contribute to review, but and we have already reached out to invite staff to share their insights. We want the review to hear from everyone so it can get to the bottom of the issue and make recommendations to ensure carers are supported. The review allows individuals and stakeholders to give their views, which will be taken into account in drawing conclusions and developing recommendations." The PCS has said that they were criticising the DWP for blocking frontline officials from testifying. They said it made no sense at all to stop our members at DWP giving evidence to the review. These are very people who the review should be hearing from. They are the workers delivering the services and have evidence the review needs to hear. Stifling their testimony looked like they had tried to hide something, which does not surprise me in the least. Chair of the Carers Allowance Independent Review said that I am really keen to hear from everyone who has got evidence to give. I want the review to get to the bottom of what has happened. So it looks like the DWP officials blocked it because as a civil servant you're not allowed to give evidence parliamentary select committees. It doesn't apply to reviews, so they actually got it wrong. They are allowed to give evidence, not allowed to give evidence at public select committees. Although DWP ministers have promised to reform carers allowance process to prevent future overpayment injustices, campaigners are concerned past failures by the department to tackle problems with the benefit may be overlooked. Problems with carers benefits first came to light in 2028. La Rocca, then a civil servant at the Carers Allowance Unit, blew the whistle to MPs and the National Audit Office after he felt concerns he raised internally for years about failures in the administration of the benefit was not addressed. His evidence triggered a formal inquiry in 2019, scathing criticism of DWP's handling of the carers allowance, and he was praised by MPs but sacked a year later by the DWP despite assurances the department permanent secretary Peter Schofield that he would be protected. And of course that doesn't surprise me either. He was reinstated in 2021 in a different part of the organisation. Among others, Stephen Timms, the then chair of the Work and Pension Select Committee, who is now DWP Minister in charge of carers allowance. But what this says to me is that you have there is an inherent problem with the DWP, and they've been getting this wrong, which is one of the reasons I've talked about this before. They get this wrong. They get it wrong with the carers allowance. People who are overpaying may not realise they're overpaying, get this bill then for a lot of money they had to pay back. So what's to stop this happening with other things as well? What's to stop the DWP from just doing this with being heavy-handed about it? What's to stop them doing it with bank checks? And other things that they're planning to bring in. This is the reason why I'm concerned about it, and why I know a lot of other people are concerned about it, because the DWP, as I've said before, has a history of getting things wrong. So this to me signals the fact that they've got it wrong again. And when they've been told that people are supposed to give evidence, they've then got it wrong again by telling him the wrong information, that he can't give evidence. So this is all a little bit nasty to me, and all seems a little bit suspect as well. But let me know down in the comment section what you think about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always, and if you've got this far, please don't forget to subscribe for more like this, and I will see you next time.